Thank you for joining in. You're welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, Danny. Good morning. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining in. How are you today? Good morning. This, am I audible? Am I audible? Kindly confirm if my audio is good. Am I audible? Okay, all good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dino. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining in. How are you today? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining in. It's happy new month from here. Hello, Nolan. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the like. Thank you for joining in. How are you all doing? It's good to have you here. It's a new month. This is December. Thank you, Nolan. Yes, Dino, thank you. Yes, all good. The audio is good. Thank you. I'm happy about the feedback. Thank you. Okay, thank you for joining in. Happy new month. Thank you, Nolan. Nolan says you're welcome, bro. I'm doing well. Thank God. Thank God for the gift of life. And how are you all doing? Remember, you can double tap on your screen. Yes, we have 3 likes right now. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. This is December, the last month in the year of this year 2024. Thank you for the like. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Remember to cast your votes. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Thank you for the likes. We have 4 likes right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone joining in, I welcome you to this live. It's a le- a health channel, lifestyle, wellness, and health. That's all we do, and we learn to connect with one another. It doesn't matter what parts of the world you are in. Doesn't matter which part of the world, you are welcome. Okay, Nala, you say, have a good night, brother. Good night. Where is your location and what time is it in your location? It's a good morning on this side. Okay. Nolan, where are you joining from? Yes, we have 3 votes already. And remember, you can subscribe to my channel so that you can receive regular updates when I upload videos. A lot of videos, a number of videos on the channel about health, wellness, lifestyle. We had a number of live sessions. Okay. So, are you happy? That's the question this morning from this side. We say happy new month. Are you really happy? Let me know in the comment, in the poll. Yes, in the poll. Nora, thank you for asking. Are you still there? Just want to know where you are joining in from before you leave the live session. Where are you joining from? Everyone joining in, where are you joining from? Please indicate your location and what time is it in your location. So the question is, are you happy? Okay, I can see 67%, 75% now of people who have voted saying they are happy. 25% saying no, they are not happy. Now we're going to look at this topic, being happy. What does it really mean? Why are some happy and others not happy? Why? We need to look at this. Okay, it's actually an experience and it can be described with other terms like being content, being cheerful. Some people describe it as being joyful, it can be described as being excited, being content, and being untroubled. You know, some dictionary words to describe what it means to be happy, being convenient, being gleeful, jovial, and then advantageous, being felicitous. Are you happy? So just check this out. It means to be favorable, to be fortunate, to be timely, to be convenient. You know, various terms to describe someone that is happy, to be festive, to be elated, to be excited, joyful, to be merry. Very soon we'll be talking about Merry Christmas and all the celebrations around Christmas. Okay, but many times we say happy new month. Many times people say I'm happy. Sometimes people say I'm unhappy. So what actually makes a person to be happy? What can make an individual to be unhappy? Quite a number of things can make people or actually make people happy, while there are other things that make people unhappy. And the title of this session is Happy People, Healthy People. There's a big connection between being happy and being healthy. There's a deep connection. A healthy person naturally should be happy, but not always the case because there are so many factors that can determine, apart from being healthy physically, there are other factors that can determine if a person is happy or unhappy. And then you can also talk about being happy, being a happy person, and being a healthy person. So there's that emotional aspect of your being that does not just affect your physical state, affects your mental state, affects your social life, social health, and even your spiritual state. So you need to understand that there's that connection. Title of the book behind it. Okay. Oh, Nolan. It's not a book actually. It's a box. Stethoscope. That's a box. A box. A package for a stethoscope. Can you see it, Nolan? It's a stethoscope. Let me show you. So it's stethoscope. That's definitely used by medical professionals. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, it's stethoscope. As Litman's brand of stethoscope. So, of course, you know that as a medical doctor, use this a lot, and other health professionals make use of this, and this has helped. I mean, keeps helping management of patients. A lot of things can be discovered from the use of the stethoscope. Okay, so we are talking about being happy and being healthy. So if you are not healthy, if someone is not healthy actually, they definitely may not be happy. But an individual can be experiencing some illness and yet be happy. Yes, it's possible. What do you think? And there are people that are happy, yet they are not healthy. But over time, that positive emotion of being happy, being elated, being excited, being joyful, even though there seems to be a difference between joy and happiness. Say happy people probably are experiencing things that make them happy. Maybe there are factors, there are things that they are experiencing that are making them happy, while people that are unhappy also have some things happening around them, situations that are definitely making them unhappy. So you need to understand this, that being light-hearted also is another word to describe someone that is happy. Okay, being cheerful, being mirthful, being jubilant, quite a number of words that can take the place, that can be used in the place of happy. It even means blessed, to be blissful, to be content, contented, convivial, gratified, to be pleasant. Have you ever been around a pleasant person? Usually an excited person. Usually you talk about different personalities. People talk about being sanguine and choleric, excited person. People have these personalities and they reflect this not just in their own lives but in the relationships that they have. So are you peaceful? Are you pleased? Are you satisfied? You don't actually have to, you don't need to have it all to be happy, to be joyful, to be excited, to be pleasant. You don't need to have it all. Now other words that we can use include to be lively. Are you a lively person, and are you actually relating with people that are lively? It's actually a healthy way of living. There's a way happiness can be spread. It's actually contagious. The same way the spirit of people talk about spirit of sorrow and all that can be spread and contagious. There's the spirit of happiness. There's the spirit of joy that can actually be spread. So, are you spreading happiness? Are you spreading joy? Or you are spreading unhappiness? Are you a moody person always? Moody people, most of the time, are unhealthy people. There's that emotional aspect of our lives that you and I need to understand, and that, as defined by World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So it is a state of complete. So is that completeness within you? Are you experiencing it? And you can only give what you have. If you don't have happiness, if you don't have joy, if you are not excited, if you are not a pleasant person, you are not likely to spread that. You can only give what you have. If you're an unhappy person, you will more likely spread unhappiness. You can't have joy and not spread it. You can't have peace and not spread it. You can have that pleasantness and people will not commend that or appreciate it. So, but first of all, you need to understand that there is that aspect of your life that you need to watch. That's the emotional side of your life. You need to make yourself happy. I'm going to look at some of the things that you can do, but let's look at the deal around happiness. Does it really make a difference being happy or not being happy? I'm sure you know that when you're around people, there's that glow around them. There's that aura. There's that touch. There's that experience that you get to feel or get around people. And when you're around certain people, you find out that you are happy, maybe you are more excited. So people like to relate with people that are really happy, excited about life, and all that. There isn't anything wrong in trying to be there for people that are unhappy, trying to make them happy. Okay, but you need to watch your own emotions, your health, and be sure that you are not being your happiness is not being suppressed. That's the word. You need to ensure that you keep your own spirit elated, joyful, excited, pleasant, because that's one of the ways to be productive. Unhappy people are really unproductive people. Unhappy people, most of the time, withdraw to self. They are lost in their own thoughts and they tend to miss out a lot from the experiences, great experiences that they should have in life. Okay, so you need to make that choice. It is a healthy choice. You need to make it and ensure that you keep at it. So, are you a happy person? You're welcome, everyone joining in. Remember, you can double tap on your screen to like this session. And remember, you can cast your vote, and the number of people have uh, responded to the poll. Are you happy? And then we have a greater percentage saying that they are happy. So expecting more people to cast their vote. Interestingly, you can drop a comment in the chat box to share your thoughts about this topic. Happy people, healthy people. We say happy new month, but are you really happy? That's the question. Are you really happy? Are you happy? Let's know in the chat box. So, what are the things that actually make you happy? If you say you are happy, if you're happy right now, is there anything that particularly is making you happy? Or are there things that actually give you pleasure, give you joy? Okay. And when you identify this, it will be good to maximize this trend. So, we are going to tackle the question, any truth to the idea that happy people are naturally healthier? What do you think? Do you think happy people are naturally healthier? Do you think so? Now, there's that relationship between being happy and being healthy. Okay, there are a number of researches that have been done. I'm looking at my notes and trying to crack that code for years. So, despite the challenges, there have been many studies that have actually attempted to get to the bottom of the question. Some have looked at the role of stress, others at the impact of social connections, and others still at the effects of genetics. Now, is it possible that uh, the, if a parent or someone, an individual, had parents who didn't live happy lives, does it automatically mean that the individual may also not live a happy life? Is there a genetic connection between being happy and being healthy? So one of the most famous examples is there's a non-study, NUN study, NUN study, non-study. That non-study was done where a group of nuns were actually followed over several decades to see how their happiness levels affected their health. Now the results were striking. The nuns who reported higher levels of happiness and positive emotions tended to live longer and healthier lives. Now, read that again. One of the most famous examples is the nun study, which followed a group of nuns over several decades to see how their happiness levels affected their health. The results were striking. The nuns who reported higher levels of happiness and positive emotions tended to live longer and healthier lives. That's interesting. So that's a connection between being happy and longevity. Another study looked at the impact of social connections on happiness and health. And that study analyzed data from over 300,000 people. Over 300,000 people were followed. And then researchers found out that those with strong social connections were not only happier, but also had lower blood pressure. Did you get that? That those who had strong social connections were not only happier, but also had lower blood pressure. So you can see there's a connection between having positive relationships and then having living a healthy life. They also had healthier body mass indexes and even lived longer. That's a study on about 300,000 people. These findings suggest that having a strong support network is crucial for both our mental and physical health. So you don't know what you're doing to yourself if you are living in isolation. You can't live that happy, healthy life by living by yourself, with yourself, in yourself, with yourself, by yourself. Okay. All right. So you just need to come out. You have to relate and relate positively. Identify positive relationships and learn to build those relationships. So you are as strong as your relationships. You are as strong as your relationships. So, but what about the role of stress? Now, chronic stress can have a negative impact on our health, definitely. Stress is your reaction, the body's reaction to any factor that disturbs your equilibrium, your normal physiology. So, chronic stress can actually lead to burnout. Okay, can lead to burnout. Please confirm that you can still hear me. Am I audible? Am I audible? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. Back. Thank you. Just let me know if you can still hear me. Yes, welcome back. Are you okay with my audio? Let me know in the comments. Is my audio good? Yeah, welcome back. Thank you. Let me know if you can hear me. Am I audible? For those that are just joining in, let's know where you are joining from. Where is your location? And what time is it in your location? Remember to double tap on your screen. Double tap on your screen. Just double tap. Thank you. Double tap on your screen. And then you can allow the algorithm to share this video live session with others that may benefit from it. So happy new month. What does it really mean to be happy? And is there a connection between being a happy person and being a healthy person? Okay, so I'll just continue. I hope you can hear me clearly. So, talking about the role of stress, we know that chronic stress can have a negative impact on health. Does happiness have a buffering effect? One study that was done found out that people who reported higher levels of happiness were less likely to experience chronic stress. So, like I said, happiness is a choice. Two people can be doing the same thing. One person is enjoying doing it, while the other is feeling unhappy about doing it. It gives them different emotions and then different impacts. The level of productivity in that uh, activity will be different. So it's a choice that you have to make. So people who reported higher levels of happiness were less likely to experience chronic stress, even in the face of difficult life events. So I just shared with you earlier about two people going through the same experiences, even talking about a medical condition. One can choose to be happy in the midst of all the situation, while another decides or naturally is unhappy. Okay, so but the healing process will be different. The other aspects, talking about social life, work life of the other will be different. Okay, so you need to understand that there's a connection between your happiness and overcoming the challenges of life. One study, okay, now still on that study, this suggests that happiness may play a protective role in our health. Now, from that study on people who reported higher levels of happiness, less likely to experience chronic stress, uh, suggests that happiness may play a protective role in our health. Yes, it does, helping us to cope with challenges and adversity. Okay, helping us to cope with challenges and adversity. Other research has looked at the impact of happiness on our immune system. So, does being happy affect your immune system? Yes. One study found that people who were shown a funny video, watching a funny video, had increased antibody production and a stronger immune response compared to those who didn't watch the video. Okay, so there's a connection between watching a video that makes you laugh, makes you excited, bring up positive emotions from within you, and then your immune system. So there's a study that has been done on that. Another study found that people who practiced mindfulness and gratitude had lower levels of inflammation, which is a major risk factor for chronic diseases. This is interesting. Another study that was done found out that people who practiced mindfulness and gratitude had lower levels of inflammation, which is a major risk factor for chronic diseases. Okay, so what should be the takeaway from these researches? It's clear that happiness has a significant impact on our health. But how does this add up? One of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from another study that followed over 6,000 people for 14 years. 6,000 people for 14 years. And in this research, it was found out that people who reported higher levels of happiness and well being were less likely to develop chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even had a lower risk of death. It's interesting. So when you take a look at all the research, it's clear that happiness is closely tied to health. 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 Your health is tied to your happiness. No doubt about that. It's clear that happiness closely tied to health. It's not just about feeling good. It's not just about feeling good. It's about living a life that is fulfilling, having that sense of fulfillment. You have to be intentional about your health, about your life. You must have that sense of gratitude, that sense of peace, that sense of connectedness to God and even to the right people around you. So it's about living that meaningful life and being well connected to others. The question is, so what can you do to cultivate more happiness in your life if you are not happy? And from the poll, someone voted that they are not happy. Now the question is, why are you not happy? You need to be able to define it. It has to be clear. If you're seeing a doctor in the doctor's office, the doctor would want to ask you, your doctor would want to know different things around your life that are possibly or likely making you unhappy. So you should be able to look within, search around you, what it is, what exactly is making you unhappy. And the earlier you identify that, the earlier you deal with that, the better for you. Okay, remember we looked at some studies. In those studies, it was found out that people who lived more happy, no, happier lives, people who were more excited, joyful, were actually living a more healthy life. They were healthier compared to people who were unhappy, people who were unexcited. And it's also been discovered that there are antibodies. There's a boost in your immune system when you show excitement, when you show happiness, when you are watching, for example, a video, or listening to something that brings out that positive emotions in you. It's also been found out that there is a reduction in levels of inflammation when you are happy, when you express happiness. So it's interesting to know all this. So what can you do if you are unhappy? What do you think you can do to be happy, to cultivate that life of happiness in yourself such that you can spread it? You can spread it. You can spread it. You can spread it. I'm sure you are finding this live session interesting and very informative. Remember, you can subscribe to this channel for more health tips. It's about health, wellness, and lifestyle, and everything around our lives. So you should get connected, be a member of this community. It's a growing community, and we like to have you with us. So remember to click on the subscribe button so that you can get regular notifications when I come up live, when we sometimes have guest visitors on the site, so that you can learn more uh, how to live a more healthy life and how to keep fit. So there are a number of videos on the channel that you can watch, talking about chronic medical disorders like hypertension, diabetes, talking about sleep disturbances, a number of things that you can do to ensure that you are living that healthy life. So watch the videos: how to achieve good blood pressure control, how to have a very good sexual health, how to increase your sex drive. These are some very important videos for couples and individuals. So you need to check out those videos and let me know what you think in the comments box. I love, welcome, welcome. I love, welcome. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you joining from? What time is it in your location? Thank you for casting your votes. Yes, we have more people now. 80% of people who have voted say they are happy. I'm happy to know that you are happy. Okay, so let's know where you are joining from and what time it is in your location. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the 6 likes so far. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. And if you're just joining in, let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Thank you for joining. Have you been here before? Were you with us earlier? Then let's know in the chat box. Okay. Okay, I see some people going out, coming in, going out, coming in. Okay, if you were not with us from the beginning of this live, then you should watch the video from the beginning as soon as it's available. I'll make it public. Interesting discussion we've had on being happy. Many times we say happy new month, happy new week, happy new day. But really, the people saying this, are they happy? And then the people you are saying this to, are they happy? That's the question we are trying to answer here. And we're able to look at some researches that have been done on how happy people are healthy people. When a person is healthy naturally, they should be happy, right? Okay, but on the other hand, if a person is unhappy, they are likely to be unhealthy. So, what are the things that you can do to make yourself happy? Invariably, make yourself healthy. Okay, so we do a lot of talks on exercising, sleeping, eating right, and all. But let's look at the things that you should be doing right now to make yourself happy and to live that healthy life, a place where you become more productive. So what are the things you should be doing? The first thing I need to mention here is the need for gratitude. You need to be grateful. First of all, you need to be grateful to God, having that sense of fulfillment in God, having that sense of completeness in God, that pleasantness of your relationship, your personal relationship with God should be a major factor in your happiness. Actually, is the spirit of joy that you allow on the inside of you that will help you to make yourself happy, even in the midst of situations and circumstances around you. That is the way to go. That is the way to live that healthy life. Okay, you need to be grateful. Grateful people are happy people. Happy people are healthy people. A happy person will naturally be a healthy person. However, if you are unhappy, you need to check it. Are you actually grateful? Grateful for something like the life that you have, you need to be grateful. Grateful for the people around you, for family, for friends, for colleagues, for your community, for the different things that God has made available around you. That sensitive aspect of gratitude will go a long way to determine how happy you are and how well you are able to express that happiness. So you can't be ungrateful and be happy at the same time. You can't be ungrateful and be happy at the same time. You must learn to be grateful. First of all, to God. And then you must learn to show gratitude to others, people around you. Are there people doing things for you? Are there people helping you? They may even be your employees. You need to express that gratitude, not just the fact that you pay them, but the fact that they are making the work easy for you. So you need to express that gratitude. You need to be grateful. So it actually reflects on the positive things in your life, and it helps to boost your happiness. So if you think you are happy, you can get a boost, and that boost is by expressing gratitude. And the more you express gratitude to God, then you can be sure that you get a feedback, a load of more productivity in your inside, where that happiness keeps growing, that spirit of joy keeps multiplying. So you need to express gratitude. It will surely boost your happiness. Next, you should learn to let go. You must learn to let go. Let go of the challenges, the failures, the inabilities, the disappointments. You should release grudges, forgive, learn to forgive. God has forgiven you, learn to forgive others, and learn to focus on the present. Most of the time, people that are unhappy tend to have a lot of negative thoughts, actually overwhelming their minds, and then they tend to carry the negative experiences of the past with them. It's a load, and when they carry that load, they are not going to definitely enjoy their own lives, and then they are not going to help people around them, because they are going to be reflecting and spreading that negativity, which is unhealthy. So learn to focus on the present moment for a healthier mindset. Next, embrace positivity. Now you need to challenge those negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations. There's a song that my children learned in my church, and we're actually taught that I can. The scripture, I can do I can do all things. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That is not just a positive affirmation, it is a spiritual language, and it is a depth in the spirit. It's a depth that reflects on your soul and brings some power to your mind, that you are able to do things. So you must have that sense of positivity. You must allow the God factor in you to reflect in your life. That is one way, major way, to live that healthy life. Thank you, our Messi Ella. Good morning. Thank you for joining in. Kindly let me know where you are joining from, what time it is in your location. Where are you joining us from, and what time is it where you are? Our Messi Ella. Thank you. Remember to double tap on your screen. When you double tap, bah, bah, it actually goes to like, or you can look for the three dots and click on that, and click on the like button to like this live session. Uganda. Wow. Thank you for joining in all the way from Uganda, and it's 6 a.m. Interesting, it's 4:42 a.m. here in Nigeria. So is it 6 a.m. 2nd of December already, or 6 a.m. 1st of December? Now, let's know in the chat. Thank you, Awo, for joining in. We are talking about having a happy month, actually talking about happy new month, and really we are talking about how being happy can determine how healthy a person can be. Unhappy people are likely to be unhealthy people. Okay, so that's what we've been talking about, and we looked at some researches that have been done to identify, to actually confirm that unhappy people are unhealthy people. So you need to work on this. You need to understand and identify the things that make you happy and do more of those things. Live that life, and you will definitely be living that healthy life. You will become more productive. You will be better at your relationships. You will do things that, I mean, people would just wonder how you are doing it. You cannot be a sad person and be productive. So you need to understand these aspects of your health. It's an emotional side, and you need to understand that your health is about your physical, your mental, your social, and even your spiritual composition. So you need to work in these different areas. So when we say happy new month, are you actually happy? And the person you are greeting happy new month, is the person really happy? Okay, so we need to really look at this and be sure that we are strengthening our health by living that happy life. So we are looking at what are the things that you can do to make yourself happy. We talked about letting go, talk about embracing positivity. Next, I'll talk about the need to engage in physical activity. Definitely, we cannot separate physical fitness from happiness. There's a change in mood, emotions when you exercise, you know. And physical activity like exercise actually releases endorphins, which improve your mood and help to improve your overall well-being. So for example, last month November, I observed that I did less of exercising. I need to let you know that. And I had to take a decision to ensure that this month more intentional about my exercising. No matter how busy I am, do my skipping, do my stretches, and I have different types of exercises I can do. So you should be able to identify this. That one of the ways to ensure that you generate that happiness, that elated mood, is by exercising. Exercising. So next is you need to eat nutritious foods, balanced diets. You need to focus on that with whole foods that will nourish your body and your mind. Do you know that there's something called mindful eating? You need to enjoy what you are eating. You don't just eat for the sake of eating. You need to identify what it is within that balanced diet that will satisfy you. And that's one of the ways to make yourself happy. And then prioritize sleep. Next point is prioritize sleep. Ensure you get enough restful sleep. There's something called restorative sleep. And when you get that, you find out that you are able to live that happy life. Your body is able to recharge, your mind is renewed and refreshed by by ensuring that you achieve that number of hours of sleep. So, sleep can be in terms of quantity, in terms of duration, and then in terms of quality. Okay, you can have 2 hours of sleep and have quality rest by ensuring that your environment is fitting for your sleep. A person can sleep for 8 hours and yet not have restorative sleep, and that's because there are a number of factors that can affect, disturb a person's sleep. Okay, so but you need to ensure that you prioritize sleep. When you miss your sleeping hours, when you if a person suffers from insomnia, they are definitely not likely to be happy. Okay, because that affects their whole person. Their system is disturbed. They're not able to function at the maximal level. Okay, so we move to the next point is to cultivate positive relationships. You need to cultivate positive relationships. You need to surround yourself with positive, loving people, people who will uh, boost your happiness. That's the way it is. First of all, you need to be happy in yourself, and you need people that will boost your happiness, not people that will kill your happiness. You need to identify and relate well with people that will help you to improve in that area. Next is learn to limit negative influences. Yes, you need to reduce time that you spend with toxic people. I've talked about the need to improve and build on positive relationships. When you do that, you need to then avoid negative people, avoid negative emotions, negative companies. You need to reduce the time that you spend with toxic people, even negative media. Now, talking about social media, there are a number of things that you can watch, that you can listen to, that may not make you happy. So you need to identify these things and avoid them. You need to avoid them, okay? Avoid these negative influences. Next is you should learn to give back. Now, there's a way helping others can boost your mood and create a sense of fulfillment. There's love in sharing. You are happy when you give. Happy people are giving people. Giving people are happy people. So you must be a giver. When you give, it gives a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. You're actually behaving and living like God when you give. Givers, they say they never lack. You become happy with yourself, especially when you have directions even to do so, to give to individuals, give to things, give to um, places, as it comes to your heart. And of course, it's important to have a proper plan in this area. So you should learn to also spend time outdoors. If you are someone that is an introvert, there's a tendency to stay more with yourself, think more about yourself, think more about your challenges and all that you need to do. However, you must learn to connect with others, and spending time outdoors, whether with others and then with yourself, around nature, will help to improve your mental health and even your physical well-being. Next is that you should do what you love. Do what you love. Engage in activities that actually bring you joy and satisfaction. You cannot be doing something that you don't like and be happy. So why not go for something that you like? If you are doing a job that you are not happy about or you are not enjoying, then you can change that job. You can do something different. And all this will help to boost your happiness and your health. Talking about the need to do what you love, like a hobby, for example. Learn to do your hobbies. If it's reading, if it is playing tennis, if it is chatting, these are things that people love to do. Then when you do this, definitely you enjoy yourself and make yourself happy. Next, you need to practice mindfulness and meditation. This can help to reduce stress and increase inner peace. Especially as a Christian, you have the Word of God. You can meditate on the Word of God, and there's that spiritual connection that we all have that can help and satisfy us. Things around cannot satisfy. Actually, you can get real satisfaction in your relationship with God. Next, You need to set realistic goals. And this is the second to the last point. Setting realistic goals means that your goal must actually be smart, that it is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, it is realistic, and it is time bound. These are things that you should note about your goals. So when you set this kind of a goal, you are able to give yourself a sense of purpose and accomplishment when you get them done. Finally, find humor. You must laugh more. You cannot be happy and not laugh. You cannot be unhappy and laugh. Okay, so they are contradictory. So when you laugh more, you generate that happiness, and you find humor in everyday life to reduce stress and increase happiness. I'm sure that you really got some interesting points from this live session. Happy people are healthy people. Happy people are healthy people. Happy people are healthy people. I want to appreciate everyone who joined this live. It's been about an hour of discussion on happy new month, being happy and being healthy. If you didn't join us from the beginning, you can watch the upload by the time it's ready for public view. This live session will be available, so you can follow all that we have discussed on this topic of being happy and being healthy. Remember, you can subscribe to this channel so that you can have regular updates on health, wellness, and lifestyle. And you can actually share this channel and this video with others so that we can have a happy world and a healthy world. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. A video will be coming up soon, and I'm sure you will find it interesting, especially as a married person. You should watch that video. If you are yet to watch the video on how to increase your sex drive, that's a powerful video. 10 fruits that you can take to increase your sex drive and the benefits of sex. You should watch those videos. I'm sure you find them helpful. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can drop your comments, uh, chat, questions on any topic, and then topics on the channel, and then you can engage with the community tab so we can actually connect better. Thank you, and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye. For this, good to have you here. It's a good morning for this. Going to pro. Thank you. Good morning. Hope you had a restful night. Thank you for this. Okay. Retracted that going to pro. Okay. What did you intend to type? Okay. We had about an hour of discussion. Thank you for joining. Okay, preparing for work, you mean? Okay, yes. Preparing for work. That's good. It's a Monday morning, and I hope you are up and strong for the day. All right. Remember to double tap on your screen, and then you can watch this live session later. We actually talked about happy new month, right? Being happy and being healthy, the connection between your happiness and your health is okay. Is okay. So for this, I says you may not be able to chat, but you'll be running. It's okay. Thank you for this. And thank you for your presence. Thank you for your support. I can see the like. Thank you for liking this session. And have you voted? There's a poll there for this. Can you see? There's a poll. Who else is joining? Just a few more minutes to round up. It's been an interesting time. We looked at different researches that have been conducted on people in different parts of the world on how happiness can actually being happy can boost your immune system. We found out that people who actually express happiness actually have an increase in production of antibodies, and those are bodies that actually factors that actually fight against diseases, against any form of infection that may want to come into an individual's body. So fighting is that fighting power is increased when an individual expresses or experiences happiness. And it said that it has a way of reducing inflammation. So it puts people at lower risk of chronic medical conditions when you, for example, when you're watching an exciting video, something that makes you happy, you're listening to something that makes you excited. Okay, so these are things that happen when you uh, practice or when you show happiness. All right, so these are some of the studies that we talked about, we discussed in this session, and we actually looked at the fact that you cannot give what you don't have. If you are an unhappy person, you are not likely to spread happiness. If you are a happy person, you will definitely, even unconsciously, spread happiness. Okay, and even talking about the benefits within and without, you need to understand that the composition of your health includes that emotional aspect. And if you are unstable emotionally, if you are not happy with yourself, with others, with things around you, you are not likely to be healthy. So you need to check it as you go into this week, you know, people are going to work, different interactions. You need to give yourself that sense and consciousness of the need to be happy, and that's the way to become more productive. Okay, And these are some of the things that we said, and we talked about how to be happy. First thing is, it's actually a decision that you have to make. You have to decide to be happy. And you must understand the place of gratitude. You need to be grateful to God. You need to appreciate God, celebrate God, because that's where your connection really is. And the more you do this, the more you get that feedback, that increasing capacity to do things, to be more happy, and to be more healthy. Okay, and you need to identify negative things and people around you, things that affect your joy, your peace, your happiness. You need to identify and separate yourself from those things. And of course, as a Christian, you must get to a point where you take a decision not to allow your joy to be disturbed or affected by things or people. Even though people do things that may affect your state of happiness, but you still have a choice. You have to take that decision. You have to make yourself happy. Next is to ensure that you have people around you that are like minded, they are positive, they are happy. Happy people should flock together. Okay, birds of a feather flock together. So you should identify people that are excited about what you are doing, that you can connect and relate with well enough. I'm sure this will help you. So as you go this week, I will leave you with that point. Relate with happy people, and you are sure to abound and increase in that life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this. Thank you, everyone who joined in. I really appreciate you. I hope to upload a new video today, so watch out for that video. It promises to be another interesting one. Okay, so and remember, you can drop your comments, your questions around those videos on the channel, and I'll definitely respond to them. Thank you. Bye for now.